All right, thanks guys. College basketball is finally here, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now this video won't be heavily laden with a lot of stats, data, info like my videos normally are, because it feels like day number one is pretty straightforward. So you're going to see a lot of chalky plays here. Let's just go ahead and take a look at a couple games of interest, starting with Citadel at Clemson. Now Clemson is the 25-point favorite in this one. Total moved upward to $162.5. I got to ride with the Clemson Tigers, laying the 25, getting the job done against a very outmatched Citadel program. Next game of interest, Eastern Washington taking on Syracuse. That's going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off tonight. Syracuse is -17. Total moved downward to 131 and a hook. Got to go with Syracuse in this one. Once again, another chalky play. Heavily favored, very square play in this one. Give me Syracuse -17, getting the job done against a number in that one. Next game I want to just cover real quick. Couple stats and info here for you. Michigan State taking on Kansas, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off tonight. Kansas was 5, opened up at 5. Now they are the 6-point favorites in this one. Total open at 145, all the way up to 155. So pretty significant movement when it comes to the lines in this one. I guess the books weren't really that sharp in these opening lines because we've seen a lot of movement. Now right now 60% are leaning toward Kansas and 64% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, Michigan State is +220 for some money line cash. Now Michigan State had a pretty good year last year, 30-5 straight up for the year, 10-2 straight up in their games away from home. That said though, they went just 3-9 against the spread in their games away from home. Michigan State also went 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 ball games dating back to last season. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kansas, very good year themselves, 31-8 straight up last season, 7-1 straight up in their last 8. Kansas also averaged 81 points per contest, nearly shooting 50% from the field. And total-wise, both teams averaged over 80 points per contest on offense. Kansas went 6-1 to the over in their last 7 games. So with all that said and done, I do like the chalky play in this one. No real surprises there. I tend to lean toward favorites. I guess you can call me a square bettor. Give me Kansas -6 in the over 155. But I do have Michigan State in a nice juicy teaser that you can access on my Patreon page, patreon.com/BrockPage. So once again, I like Kansas -6, the over 155, and Michigan State in a nice teaser in that one. And with that said, I just want to take a quick timeout and welcome to the show. I got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday night's college basketball action. Day one, it's finally here. We've been waiting all year for college basketball, and here it is. So before we get into some more of those lines and personal leans, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented record of 8-3 in my last 11 plays on that website, you're certainly costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Now memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser. All you got to do is type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. The link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, let's go ahead and jump back into some more lines and personal leans. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Fairfield taking on Purdue, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off tonight. Purdue's laying 21 points, totals 150. 75% are leaning Purdue, 52% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, Fairfield is +2250 for an upset win. Now, Purdue went 17-3 straight up last season in their last 20 at home. Really no more needs to be said in this one. Purdue's heavily favored. I like them to get the job done. Give me Purdue -21, getting the job done against the number. Next game, UNC, Wofford, 7 o'clock tip-off tonight. The Tar Heels open 10, now 10.5. Total open 154.5, up to 156. 71% are leaning toward the Tar Heels, 63% shaded toward the over, and at the moment, Wofford is +470 for some money line cash. I think UNC's stronger. I like their shooters. Give me UNC minus 10, getting the job done, covering the double digits. All right, next game, Illinois-Chicago taking on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. 7 o'clock tip-off tonight. Notre Dame is minus 12, totals 146. I like the Fighting Irish in that one, laying the double digits. Give me Notre Dame minus 12, getting the job done against the spread. Next game, Youngstown State taking on Pittsburgh. 7 o'clock tip-off tonight. Pitt is minus 13, totals 153.5. No surprises here. I'm taking Pitt, laying the double digits. Give me Pitt minus 13, getting the job done against the number. Next game, Cal State Fullerton taking on Arizona State. Arizona State's minus 12, totals 156. I like Arizona State getting the job done, covering the double digits there as well. Give me Arizona State minus 12, getting the job done against the number. Next game, Tennessee Tech, taking on Memphis. Memphis is minus 15. They're laying 15 points against the spread. Totals 155. Give me Memphis minus 15, getting the job done against the number. Next game, IUPUI taking on Xavier. Xavier is minus 18, totals 147. Give me Xavier minus 18, getting the job done against the number. Next game, Purdue Fort Wayne. They're taking on UCLA. That should be an ugly one. UCLA is minus 13.5. Give me UCLA minus 13 after buying the hook, getting the job done against the number. And then finally, the game of interest tonight, Duke taking on Kentucky. That is a 9:30 tip-off. Kentucky open 1, now 1.5. Total open 160. That moved down to 157. Little downward movement on that one there. This is really kind of a coin flip here. A lot of folks like Kentucky. I like Dookie catching some points. Give me Duke plus 2 after buying the half a point, getting the job done against the number in that one. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Once again, normally my style of, I guess, handicapping would be more supported by some stats, data, and info, but typically early in the season, things are pretty straight up, and you really don't have access to that much info. So you got to go with your gut and take a look at the rosters and all that. Of course, everybody else is breaking down the matchups, the names, the rosters, and stuff like that. So you can get that access. You can get that. You can get that info pretty much anywhere. But I like to present a little bit different, unique product. So anyway, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I just have to quickly remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, with a documented record of 8-3 for my last 11 plays on that website, you're certainly costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed to that website. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser. All you got to do is type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're currently watching this program right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. Before I close off, let's just go ahead and quickly recap a couple of those picks. I like Clemson minus 25 tonight, Syracuse minus 17. A lot of chalky plays here, a lot of laying the points, laying double digits here. So once again, Clemson minus 25, Syracuse minus 17. I like Kansas minus 6 and the over 155 in that one. I also want to include Michigan State and a little teaser action on that very same game. I also like Purdue minus 21, the Tar Heels of UNC laying the 10 against Wofford. I like the Fighting Irish minus 12, getting the job done over Illinois, Chicago. I like Pittsburgh minus 13, getting the job done against Youngstown State. I also like Arizona State minus 12, getting the job done against Cal State Fullerton. Memphis minus 15, getting the job done over Tennessee Tech. I also like Xavier minus 18, covering nearly 20 points over IUPUI. I also like UCLA minus 13, getting the job done over Purdue Fort Wayne. And then finally, the big game tonight, I'm going to lean with Duke plus 2 after buying the half a point, getting the job done, keeping it close. That should be a great game. It's nice to see those great competitive games on day one of college basketball. Definitely going to be a great season, something I'm definitely looking forward to. So anyway, there you have it. Those are the picks. And once again, thank you for watching today's program. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And please don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.